Hello everyone and welcome back to more Going Local here with Celtic. We're going local and it's also going well, which shouldn't really be surprising when you're managing Celtic in the SPL, but I mean with the luck I've had on the game this year, it's quite surprising really. Also, I have been calling it the SPL throughout the save because that's what it was. It's not anymore, it's the SPFL or the Scottish Premiership. It's confusing, but we're in Scotland. It's the top league in Scotland. You know what that is. But anyway, as you can see, it's the 27th of January. We have reached towards the end of the January transfer window and we have made all the moves that I am looking to make. It's been quite hectic, mainly in terms of the interest. But let's have a look and see who we have brought in. So this is, of course, a save which is focused on short-term success. We want to win trophies. We want to win them quickly and we want to then move on to some of the other ones that we've got to win. So I've gone for two young, inexperienced players who will get better as they develop, which will not necessarily help us straight away, but well, we're fulfilling the club vision. The transfer policy the club have on the club vision page is develop young players, sign young players to sell for a profit as well. That's what we've done with two young Scottish players to, well, they're not going to be nailed on starters, I don't think, but they will be good squad options throughout the rest of the season and potentially beyond. First of all, Alan Campbell has been snapped up from Motherwell for £1.4 million. He is basically the new Scott Brown, really. Some good technical attributes, marking and tackling is decent, work rate and determination and bravery, they are his main things. He is a future captain of the side, that is for sure. And yeah, the success of Scott Brown, 16 aggression, winds up opponents, argues with officials. He's going to get booked at some point. The concern with him, considering that I was looking to sort of redefine the midfield a bit with players like Neil Lennon, Scott Brown getting up there in terms of age and losing their physical attributes, and David Turnbull, who of course doesn't really have very good physical attributes, and well, neither does Alan Campbell. What is it with Scottish players? He's 22. Is this a particularly Scottish thing? You don't want to run? 8 pace, 9 acceleration. He is not rapid, but well, otherwise I think quite a good option. And joining him as the sort of new Mazzala option is Greg Kilty, who we signed from Kilmarnock for £375,000. Absolute bargain. He's had a great season so far, 7 goals and 2 assists for Kilmarnock, and we're going to train him as a Mazzala. His attributes would lend himself to this. He's not a natural in the role. He doesn't feel comfortable in the role, but I do think actually in terms of what he can do, he's lacking a little bit in terms of flair and composure, but otherwise quite good for it really. And his long shots aren't great, so we're going to train him to not do so many of them. So a decent pickup, I think, not too bad. Just to confirm, therefore, we have let 2 people go as a result of that. As we discussed last time, Tom Rogic has gone to Newcastle for £12 million, which is not a bad fee. He's already played 3 games for them. But with his physicals being as they are, I think, 28, it's not a bad piece of business. He wanted to go. And Neil Lennon has also departed to Burnley. He's gone for £2.7 million. Again, similar kind of thing, really. Decent player, but with his age, makes sense to get a bit of money for him now. Not that we really need to think about things from a long-term perspective particularly, but those are the moves we have made, and it certainly has helped since last time. That fantastic win at Ibrox against Rangers, 2-1, 90th minute winner from Christopher Raya, the kind of stuff you love to see. It has been a brilliant time of things. We, of course, had 2 games in hand, one against St Mirren and one against Hibs. We passed those with flying colours and have won every other match since then as well. First of all, was a 5-0 win against St Mirren. Christopher Julien got a hat-trick. We'll talk about him in a minute. He's pretty ridiculous. Odin Edouard, not to be outdone, he got a hat-trick as we came from behind to beat Hibs 5-1. Those were the games in hand. We've cemented our position at the top of the table with that. Hibs again we went behind very early on, but again we fought back. It was a 4-1 win this time, and then a 4-0 triumph against Livingston and a 3-0 against St Mirren, who ended the game with only 9 players. So here's the table. It makes a very good reading. We're 11 points clear of Rangers, although we have now actually played a game more, having been 2 games behind for such a long time. They've now got a game in hand, but even if they win it, we will still be 8 points clear. And then we've got to look at top goal scorers. Odin Edouard has actually overtaken Christopher Julien to take a more logical position as the top scorer in the division. 18 goals for him, 18 from 37 shots on target. Is not a bad return. Considering how badly he started the season, that's not too bad. But Christopher Julien is the second highest scorer in the division. 17 goals from centre-back, 60 shots on target. It's ridiculous. But it's fair to say it's going quite well. And today, hopefully, we can continue our pursuit of a domestic double. We can't win a treble, of course. We're out of the League Cup. We didn't need the League Cup anyway. So we have got Hamilton, first of all, in the league. They are towards the bottom of the table. So I'm hopeful for 3 points there. And then Stenhousemuir in the Scottish Cup third round. I'm not sure I'm going to necessarily do every round of the Scottish Cup in an episode. But, I mean, it's one of the ones we need to win, so I kind of feel we should focus on it. So the team for this one is actually looking quite fresh. No injuries to report really, other than Jason Kerr, who has got a twisted knee, will be out for about a week. Nothing too serious. As you would expect, the ratings are quite good given the form we have been in. Whether that continues today, I don't know. We could well slip up against opposition we should be beating. It's the Football Manager thing. Hopefully we don't, though. Barkas is going to be in goal. Of course, he's done pretty well. Please don't make a mistake today. Now I've said that. Taylor, Julien, Aya and Kenny is the defence. Sorrow has taken his place at the base of midfield. Scott Brown has not said anything about losing his place in the side. He's on the bench today. Hopefully he just doesn't. I don't want to deal with that conversation particularly. Lewis Ferguson is of course going to be ahead of him with Callum McGregor as well. And Christie and Elyounoussi are the wingers. Again, James Forrest has his third choice now. Elyounoussi is very, very good. And Odsonne Edouard is certainly being more prolific, is going to start up front. Leave a comment below. How many goals is Christopher Julien going to get today? He probably isn't going to play in the cup game, assuming Jason Kerr is fit. But, well, you never know. Now, they do have a couple of players on loan from Norwich. Daniel Barden and Melvin City, both on loan from the Canaries. Of course, our former save. There's an affiliate link there, as you may well know. But anyway, I'm expecting 3 points, right? They're in 11th place, near bottom of the league. They'll be in the relegation playoff if the league ended today. We should be getting this done, really, shouldn't we? There have been a few games recently where we've started quite slowly and needed a bit of a sort of encouragement at half time to get fully up and firing. And obviously today is going to be one of those days. I mean, we've scored so many goals recently, 4, 5, pretty much every week. And now I start recording and nothing, no highlights until half time. It's fair to say we're dominating. However, nothing happening. I'm not happy with your performance. No one even cares. What? I mean, we need to see a bit more from you guys. Is this the point where we become sort of complacent and stop really trying? I mean, it's a very defensive formation from Hamilton, isn't it? Very defensive, very, very much a low block. We'll go positive. We might need to switch things up a little bit, push McGregor further forward perhaps. We've literally won every match recently, 4, 5-0. Why this? I don't mind that this is happening, but what I do mind is that you've just decided to do this when I've decided to record. So I've picked this one, thinking, yep, easy 3 points, lots of goals, and nothing is happening. It's like they know, and they just hate me. Anyway, we'll make some changes. Elyounoussi having a poor game, so James Forrest is going to come on, and we'll go with that for a few minutes. Is anything going to happen? No, I don't want to draw with Hamilton. I don't want to drop points. If we can avoid it, we'll go attacking. Are we going to do anything? I mean, we're going to have to change formation because clearly this is not working. We have not had to do this at all at any point. McGregor will move him forwards, and then Sorrow will move him up as well. I mean, we're quite nervous. We'll go with it for now. I mean, Kilty can come on. I think potentially a Jetty as well. Ryan Christie's having a good game, allegedly. How are we not doing anything? I mean, Julien's on a 6.5. You know, the time is draining away. We've had 8 shots on target, and we haven't seen any of them. This is ridiculous. Right, finally, are we going to do something? 87 minutes in. This is the first thing that's been worthy of seeing. It's embarrassing, guys. You're embarrassing me in front of the people watching. It's just come on, play better. Edward, edge of the area, go for a shot. That was it, apparently. How is that? Sorry, we've had 9 shots on target, and the only thing we've actually seen is a completely hopeless punt of a shot like that. In fact, Edward's coming off, so's McGregor, and James Forrest, he's come off the bench, he's done nothing. So Mickey Johnston's coming on for the final few minutes. We've got a corner. Can we snatch this right at the end? Christie with a corner win. Julien's there. There we go. 1. That's how many goals he can get. I mean, we've been clinical there, I suppose. 2 highlights, 1 goal. Not the most interesting game. Why I couldn't have picked one of the 4-0s or the 5-1s. I don't know, but there you go. It takes until injury time, but the result is still the same. Corner, Julien scores 1-0, 3 points. I guess that is the way to play. Sit incredibly deep and do nothing the entire game, but luckily that's what set pieces are good for, isn't it? That's what set pieces are good for. We have not played very well, but we have managed to win. I'm just gonna say you play well. It's not true, but we don't want to be too harsh. And it's good in the end. Rangers have also beaten Hibs, so we keep the gap the same. Yeah, that's all you can really ask for. Sometimes you'll have games like this. It's just disappointing that it happened to be the one that I picked to be in an episode. And with that, we've apparently already qualified for Euro Cup 2 with a guaranteed top 3 finish in the Scottish Premiership. It's January. It kind of is just a 2-horse race, really, isn't it? This whole division. But anyway, yeah, that's good. That's positive. Right, we'll give everyone a rest. We will probably fully rotate against Stenhousemuir. I didn't actually mention earlier on when we were talking about the transfers. Obviously, we did sell 2 players. We brought 2 players in, but there's a lot of other players who are still here despite attracting interest. We have had a lot of bids in for people. I mean, Christopher Julien, there were no bids for him, but he has signed a new contract until 2025, which is good. We've also had to give out some more new contracts as well. Ryan Christie, we actually had some pretty good bids from Bayern Munich and Manchester United. Understandably, he wanted to go, but Scott Brown had a little word with him, maybe intimidated him in some way, and he decided, you know what, actually, I'll just stay at Celtic. Wanted a new contract though. We gave him a new contract, and he is perfectly happy with that. Meanwhile, Christopher Ayer, an inordinate number of suitors for him, and some absolutely paltry, unacceptable, derisory bids that we received for him, rejected all those. He did want to go, but again, a new contract, he was happy with that. A pay rise, he was happy with that. So he's done that till 2025. So overall, it's been quite good. But there's been some bids for Edouard as well. We've rejected them. He's not particularly fast. He hasn't signed a new deal either. He's just kind of happy at the moment. Obviously, throughout the save, it's never really going to be in our interest to sell the good players that we have. We want to keep the good players because the good players will help us to win the trophies. If they then want to leave after we leave, it's not really our problem, is it? Now, obviously, we don't want to sort of take any unnecessary risks here. We don't want to, accidentally get knocked out by a low league team. That would be embarrassing. But I think we can logically afford to rotate for this one. So we are going to nearly completely rotate. Scott Bain's going to be in goal. Lax out. Duffy and Ralston come into the defence. Julien keeps his place because Jason Kerr has got an injury, so twisted knee. He'll probably be all right, but I don't want to risk him. And also, I like the prospect of Julien getting, a hat-trick against another team. That would be quite funny. Campbell comes in at the base of midfield with Turnbull and Kilty. Not the quickest there, but we should be all right, hopefully. Johnston on the left, Forrest on the right, and Griffiths up top. It's quite young. It's quite a youthful team. Karamako Dembele on the bench as well, but yeah, hopefully enough to see us through. Obviously, there is a problem of potential complacency, but we've got a corner early on. Griffiths is there, and Julien. It's hopefully a warning sign for Stenhousemuir. And we're next to some sort of car park, which has an ambulance parked on the second floor. Is that to help the players? I don't think it's going to be too much help, really. You can't get there quickly. Anyway, chance for Stenhousemuir, and they've scored. So that's great. Great start, boys. Well done. Brilliant. We are behind to a team from Scottish League One. And it was a good goal, to be honest. Simple goal kick, punted down. I don't know what Laxout's doing there. He's an international standard left back, and you wouldn't know it. Spence scores. Bain, he tried. But yeah, so this is the problem. This is what I was saying. This is exactly what I was saying. We're losing to lower league team. Hopefully, just that'll wake them up. Griffiths, another corner in. Julien's there. And we've not scored that somehow. Shane Duffy hit the bar. And, yep, good. This is going really well, isn't it? Julien forwards. Forrest is in. He's onside. And there we go. Okay, so at least we're back on level terms. Not for too long were they in the lead. Bit of a shock. Sky Sports News will be loving that one. Good control from Campbell. Looks to recycle. And then Julien just pings the ball forward. Forrest beats the defence. It's a simple tap in the end. And hopefully the first of many. Johnston on the left-hand side, back to Laxout. Can he actually do something useful this time? Flicks it in. It's cleared by Kane, but Campbell is first to the ball. Showing a bit of speed there was Allen. We like to see that. Ralston pings it forward. Johnston again. Lays it off to Kilty. Pulls it all the way back to Campbell. There's options there. If we can take it on. Turnbull. Campbell. over to Laxalt. Loads of room for him to run into. He goes inside, which is not really the best option. And Kilty has been tackled. Not particularly convincing so far, is it? Laxalt again. Can you actually put a cross in? I mean, that's not what I was looking for, really. Turnbull, free kick. Julien, he can't quite get there. It's palmed away by Smith. Forrest goes to pick up the loose ball. Plenty of men forwards if he can find him. He's going to take this on himself, I think. Now he goes to the byline, holds it up, still holds it up. Across, Ralston. Is he going to take it on? He is. I wish he hadn't. They're not going to boot another goal kick down, are they? This was the first goal. Smith plays it forwards. It's too far. Straight to Scott Bain, he clutches that one gratefully, and he's just going to boot it as well. Finds Mickey Johnson, though. Good control for the youngster. Loads of space to run into. Can he control it well? Pulls it back to Campbell on the edge of the area. He's going to hit this. No. Forrest being very ponderous. Still going. Ralston. There we go. That time that was more effective. 2-1. We've got the lead. It's taken half an hour, but we are finally beating the League One side. This is always the danger, of course, with cup games. We can't afford to slip up, but the home fans not very impressed by that one. Another chance. Ralston with a throw. Forrest has got a bit of an injury. He's off the pitch at the moment, which is not ideal. Having 10 players when they're not the 10, players you'd prefer to have in the team is not great. Spence knocks it on. Laxalt intercepts this time, and we can potentially look to work a chance. I think 3-1. We should be all right. We're just giving it away aimlessly. I mean, James Forrest is not exactly working hard to get back on the pitch, is he? Just casually strolling round. Campbell's got a knock as well. I mean, it's carnage. Laxalt's missed that, and they've equalised. BRB got the assist for the first goal, scores this one, and that was absolutely dreadful defending. I mean, he's got a bit of an injury. Kilty just gets tackled, doesn't do anything, and then, I mean, I don't know what Laxalt thinks he's doing there, but his loan is getting cancelled, I think. We've got a few days left. We'll get another left back in. He is absolutely woeful. They've had 2 shots on target and they've scored both of them. We're not going to get FM'd by a team from Scottish League 1, are we? Johnston, Kilty. Can we just do a few more goals? That would be good. Johnston with the strike. There we go. That's more like it. Mickey Johnston restores the lead. There were no highlights in the Hamilton game. Here are the highlights. Not what I was necessarily expecting them to be. I was hoping to be 6-0 up by now. But complacency, that's an issue. But that's a good goal from Johnston. Lead restored, hopefully, for the final time. Right, half time. I told them I'm not happy with the performance because I am not. And we've made some changes as well. Laxalt is coming off because I can't trust him, clearly. Taylor's going to come on in his place. And the injured players, I'm going to have to take them off too. Campbell is being affected by the injury, so Scott Brown comes on. Dembele comes on for James Forrest because he's apparently got a thigh strain, so that's going to be a few weeks for him out. So we'll get him off as soon as we can. We are still in the lead, of course. We got the lead. Let's see it out. Early chance, free kick from Turnbull in. Shane Duffy has been pushed over. The game sort of stuttered a little bit there. It was thinking about what to do. It is a penalty though, apparently. It's going to be taken by Griffiths, I'm going to assume. Nope, Turnbull's taken it. He's already missed one this season. He's not missed that one though. That's a relief. That is a relief. David Turnbull, first goal for the club. And 4-2, we should be okay. Another free kick from Turnbull. The last one was quite effective, and that one was quite effective too. Lee Griffiths gets it in. That's more like it. They had their fun in the first half. It was very exciting. We'd all love to see Stenhousemuir knock Celtic out of the league, out of the Scottish Cup, but I personally don't want that to happen while I'm in charge of them when the objective of the save is to win that competition. Another chance as well, and Julien hits the post. Oh, they're doing another goal kick. They've caused issues before. They're causing issues again. I mean, right, Taylor, he's got himself into a right old mess there, and he's going to get sent off, I think. Oh no, is he going to send BRB off? He sent BRB off. I'm not sure I agree with that one, but I do like it. Greg Taylor got himself into a right old mess, completely misjudged the flight of the ball there, and we got away with it. And I think that sort of ends the game as a contest. They've had 2 shots, they've both been on target, they've scored both of them, but luckily we have at least converted 5 of our 24 shots, and there's no upset, there's no banana skin. We make it through, and that's just a relief more than anything. Any chance of Rangers getting knocked out? No, they won 4-0 against Forfar. So, yep, good. There's a team called Keith East Kilbride have beaten Keith. What they're out. I want to play Keith. We'll do a friendly if we're here next season against Keith. I do think in the future, if the channel ever gets to a sort of moderately successful level whereby it wouldn't completely destroy any chance of getting any viewership whatsoever, a lower league save in Scotland with a creator club would be quite fun. But anyway, for now, we are the team who are looking good for the Scottish League title, potentially a league and cup double. That would be nice if we could do it. Stenhousemuir are defeated. Forest is out for three weeks with that one. That's great. Campbell only 2 days, so that's all right. I just want to see if we're going to get the Scottish Cup draw. It is deadline day, and we've rejected an offer from Wren for Ismail Asoro, and he's upset about that. Scott Brown can't sort him out. I mean, what do you want, mate? He wants to play in the Champions League. I mean, are they still in the Champions League, or have they been knocked out? Oh, so they finished bottom of their group with 1 point. They've been knocked out. They're not even in the Europa League. Are they going to qualify through Liga? Maybe. Probably not, though. So where's the logic there, mate? Where's the logic? We're going to qualify for the Champions League? We'll go with that one. Realistically, we're not going to qualify this season. I mean, maybe not for the group stage, but we're going to qualify for the actual, qualification thing. We're much more likely than Wren to qualify. What on earth are you on about? Do you want a pay rise? He's not bothered. Right, well, that's gone well. Maybe where's the thinking there, mate? Absolutely moronic thought process from that one. If it was Leon or something, I'd understand, but Wren, not really. Right, here's the draw. If we could just avoid Rangers, that'd be quite good. Just avoid any Premier League team, that'd be quite good. Rangers got Motherwell. We've got Queen of the South. There we go, Queen of the South. They're in the Scottish Championship. We're at home. That's good. I'm happy with that one. I don't want exciting games. I just want easy, comfortable, simple wins to get the cup ticked off. Also, I said throughout that Stenhousemuir were a League 1 team. They're not. They're a League 2 team, so it would have been even more embarrassing if we'd lost. But anyway, that is going to be that for today. We will be back next time for, well, the cup game's kind of thrown a bit of a spanner in the works. It was going to be both legs of Roma plus Aberdeen. The cup game's gone right in there. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, definitely the away game and the cup game, definitely that. We may then, as a separate episode, do the second leg, but then Rangers is quite soon after that too. So, interesting. We might have to split it up and then actually do the 3-game one, be Roma, Dundee and Rangers. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. We'll see. But anyway, that is going to be that for today. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you haven't done so already. And I will see you next time for, well, hopefully a continued pursuit of at least the domestic double, the trophies we need from Scotland. I mean, we're still in the Europa League. You never know. It's going to take a pretty big performance to beat Roma, but you do never know.